Did you know that taking just slightly too much paracetamol can cause permanent liver damage or even death? Today, we're uncovering the truth behind the world's most common painkiller. Paracetamol, known as acetaminophen in the US and Canada, is one of the most widely used pain and fever relievers in the world. You likely know it by brand names such as Tylenol, Panadol, Calpol, Ofirmev. What paracetamol does relieves pain. It's an analgesic. What that means, it reduces or stops the feeling of pain. It's good for headaches and migraines, muscle aches and pains, toothaches, period pain, general body aches from a cold or flu. It is not typically good for inflammatory pain like swollen joints from arthritis, reduces fever. It's an antipyretic. What that means, it tells the part of your brain that regulates body temperature, the hypothalamus, to cool down. It helps bring a high temperature back to normal. How paracetamol works. Think of your body feeling pain or fever like this. You get injured or sick. Your body releases chemicals that trigger an enzyme called COX-2. COX-2 acts like a factory, producing other chemicals called prostaglandins. These prostaglandins are the messengers that rush to your brain shouting, "Hey, we're in pain over here, and turn up the heat, we have a fever." So how does paracetamol stop this? Before it was thought to be a weak blocker of the COX-2 enzyme, but this didn't fully explain why it doesn't work well on inflammation or why it doesn't hurt the stomach. According to newer, more accurate theory, the TRPA1 channel, a growing body of research suggests paracetamol is a prodrug, meaning it's inactive until your body metabolizes it. You swallow the pill, your liver breaks it down into a new active chemical called AM404. This AM404 chemical travels to your brain. In the brain, it does two brilliant things. It blocks the TRPA1 channel. This is a key channel on nerve cells that sends pain signals. Blocking it is like putting a mute button on pain. It boosts your body's natural feel-good chemicals. It enhances the effect of your body's own endocannabinoids, your natural cannabis-like system, helping to calm down the pain signaling pathways. For fever, it specifically targets a special version of the COX enzyme, COX-3, in the brain that's involved in causing fever. It tells the brain's thermostat, the hypothalamus, to cool the body down. In simple words, you know how a car alarm is incredibly loud and annoying? That's your pain signal. Paracetamol doesn't fix the problem that set the alarm off, the broken window. Instead, it's like quietly disconnecting the alarm speakers in your brain. You stop hearing the annoying sound, the pain, but the broken window, the inflammation or injury is still there. That's why it's great for pain and fever, but not for swelling. So to sum it up, paracetamol is your go-to for shutting down pain and turning down a fever. But if you're dealing with swelling and inflammation, you might need a different tool in your medicine cabinet, like ibuprofen. You've just learned how this pill quietly mutes pain in your brain, but to do that, it has to take a journey through one of your body's most vital organs, your liver. And this is where this common medicine reveals its extremely dangerous dark side. The problem, it's all about the dose. The golden rule, paracetamol is safe only at recommended doses. The lethal dose is surprisingly close to the effective dose. This is called a narrow therapeutic index. Recommended maximum daily dose, 4,000 milligrams for healthy adults, often less for those with liver issues or who drink alcohol. Dose that can cause liver damage, as little as 5,000 to 7,500 milligrams, 10 to 15 extra strength pills, taken all at once or over 24 hours. How the liver processes paracetamol? The safe path, 90%. The liver safely packages the drug with a substance called sulfate or glucuronide and sends it out of the body through urine. The toxic path, 5%. A small amount is processed by a liver enzyme, cytochrome P450, into a highly toxic reactive chemical called NAPQI. The cleanup crew. Normally a powerful antioxidant in your body called glutathione quickly neutralizes the toxic NAPQI, making it harmless. What happens in an overdose? The system gets overwhelmed. When you take too much paracetamol, the safe pathways become saturated. More drug is forced down the toxic pathway, creating a massive amount of NAPQI. The liver's supply of glutathione gets completely used up. The leftover toxic NAPQI then binds to liver cells, causing irreversible damage and cell death. This is acute liver necrosis. The hidden danger: accidental overdose. Most people don't overdose on purpose. They do it by accident because paracetamol is hidden in hundreds of combination medicines. So someone has a bad cold. They take Tylenol for their fever, then they take a dose of Dayquil for their cough and congestion. What they don't realize is they just double-dosed on paracetamol. Doing this over a day or two can silently push their liver over the edge. Symptoms: why it's so deceptive. First 24 hours, fewer mild symptoms, just nausea, vomiting, feeling unwell. The person might think they're just feeling sicker. Next 24 to 72 hours, the calm before the storm. The person may start to feel better, but the silent, catastrophic liver damage is happening. After 72 plus hours, signs of liver failure appear: jaundice, yellow skin, eyes, confusion, abdominal pain. This is a medical emergency. The antidote: N-acetylcysteine, NAC. There is an antidote: N-acetylcysteine, NAC. How it works: it helps the liver replenish its glutathione stores so it can finally neutralize the toxic NAPQI. Crucially, it must be administered as soon as possible, ideally within 8 to 10 hours of the overdose for maximum effectiveness. Every minute counts. If you found this helpful and you want to learn how to safely use the medicines in your cabinet, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss our next video.